And then, why? Content warning.
Yeah.
Weird, creepy baby heads.
I just saw it.
Always like right
Perfect.
before the show too. Yes, thank you, McCall. Ridiculous. That I'm a little more for that, I think. Nope, now it's getting weird again. Anyways, thank you all for being with us tonight. We are going to get caught up right away. Yeah, probably breathing super heavy after a very short period of time in that thing. J Double back with us for 23 months. Holy cow, one of the OGs back from like the, hey, we're just going to tool around midweek and play Apex for no reason days. Ashuniwa also for 19 months. What is poppin' crackin'? Thank you both so much for resubscribing. There's a couple OGs right there. Also, we're going to be kicking it off with plot armor headed to Marith from Marith's Shield, Baby Shield. It doesn't even know how to register a baby's face. The autofocus is like, I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's unnatural. They shouldn't be that big.
Hey, we're very excited to have you with us. We're gonna get going into this show. Before we do anything at all, we always try to let people know when we go live. Do us a favor, make sure that you are letting people know as well. Bring folks in. That right there is wait, if you're looking, I think this way over there now, maybe, depending on where your chat's at. Go make sure you're retweeting that. Help spread the good word as we get things started. Jones, how many costumes do you have for tonight?
I just want the one.
Just the two.
As many
I
as it
would
takes.
have busted out the horse setup, but I left it at your guys' house.
Dang.
I was gonna say
your
house.
I wore that.
in Deej.
You are serving looks tonight, okay? You are absolutely serving looks.
Good. Debonair.
Debonair.
Who is that in the campaign?
That is probably, I'm going to say that's Dallas.
It's Dallas.
Yeah, got to be Dallas. Before we get into the action for the night, I'm going to pass it over to a one Miss Fluid, which...
Hey, that's me.
Not as weird as it sounds. Why don't you hit folks off with the needs to knows?
The needs to know. So there's two big needs to knows. I'm just going to cover one big needs to know, okay? Only one has been delegated to moi. The needs to know, you needs to know. 1 week from right now. So like, well, minus 6 minutes because we start late. That's what we do. 1 week from right now, FreeForge is starting our charity event for November. We're going to kick it off. So make sure you're here. Help raise. That's the word I'm looking for. Donate money. Help raise money for Toys for Tots. There's going to be events on this channel. There's going to be events in the Discord. There's going to be all kinds of ways for you to donate money, and you should do it. Push the donate button. Back to you, Deej.
Right.
Yeah, we have Mayor and Stamosis actually.
That's Dallas. That's
oh
Dallas.
My goodness. We have Mayor and Stamosis who are actually going to be running stream TTRPGs on the platform. So first time we're going to have a charity event where we're going to have community members running stuff on the channel as well. We are currently about to push things forward on getting the ball rolling for all of the selections and processing that we recently did shortly thereafter, raising money for good causes, and obviously my portion of the announcements. On Wednesday, for those of you who were with us, we kicked off the premiere episode of Stay Alive, both to much fanfare and support. So thank every one of you who was there, every one of you who took the time to join us to, I think we kind of chopped through after the fact, literally supporting the show to the extent that it saved at least one of the survivors. So that was super tight. If you have not had the chance to do so, please make sure you have followed. You are coming back on Wednesday and hanging out with us 7:30 Central Standard Time. We will be here with Stay Alive. That is with the wonderful Miss Minikins, Tiny Poison, and Captain Lagrange, as well as Joshua Simons, the star-studded cast of awesome survivors. I should have come up with an S. Superb survivors, just to get
and
the
they all
alliteration
stayed alive
going.
for the first one.
They really, really did. You know what? I'm not going to spoil anything. It was pretty
It seemed
lit.
dicey.
Yeah, if you
It
haven't,
got a little dicey.
it's gonna stay dicey.
Mhm.
It's gonna stay dicey.
But
so
that
yeah,
camera
dude,
roll is probably litty though.
I mean, that's also very true. Congrats to Josie on all of the Pulitzer Prize winning work, if you can turn it in. So yes, join us on Wednesday if you are able. If you are just joining us now and have not done so already, make sure you're in the FreeForge Discord. It is not just a place to chop it up. It is a community. We are trying to build, lift up, create, develop, refine, and provide opportunities for content creators and those who want to support content creators. So please make sure, if you have not already, to make like Ian Thorpe and or Michael Phelps, depending on which side of the pond you're on. Dive on in. Yeah, I mean, but like Phelps probably stand out more than Malchow at this point, I would say. I'm trying to be relevant with my references for Olympic swimmers, for everybody out there who's into that. Yeah, so do that as well. Last thing before we get the ball rolling, I'm going to kick it over to the one, the only, the hey, the fay, the bay. Why don't you tell them what's poppin' crackin' with some new little sprinkled implements?
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, if you go down below, there's a button. The button says merchandising. Merchandise? I don't actually know what it says, but merch. Click that there merch button, and you'll see a whole slew of new things for our super awesome Wednesday show, Stay Alive. We've got notebooks, we got hats, we got shirts, we got fanny packs, we got things all around. And you know, it's fun.
I still don't know why we have fanny packs, but we do.
Because they're awesome.
That's true.
How are you going to store your camera in the post-apocalypse, Deej?
Exactly.
Okay, that's actually a very, very fair call. Yeah.
Get yourself a fanny pack. Bam. Put all your shit.
You don't want to get shoplifted or pickpocketed. That's what I meant by zombies. You got to put it.
You don't want to get shoplifted, do you?
Well, you don't want to get. That would also be really awkward.
Exactly. Okay.
See,
so
Jen's got a fanny pack.
Dive in on everything. Thank you all so much for continuing to support the platform, all of the amazing, fun, interesting stuff that we were trying to do. And last thing before we get started, there's a very fun, tiny, sweet little surprise that we'll get into in a very literal sense in a very short period of time. But if you are not already, do consider joining up on the my Patreon. That is patreon.com/DnDeej. A lot of the stuff that we do for Holding Action, the official rules for Stay Alive when they are refined and edited and we can get them a little bit more pretty and commercialized. We're going to be doing early sneak peeks, previews, whatever you want to refer to that as, all through Patreon first before we get basically anything going out anywhere else. So do look into that as well. So without...
One more thing, Deej.
Oh, there's another thing.
Yeah, there's just one more thing.
Yes.
Push the button. Push the button. Push the button. Push the Halloween button.
That's a good note, actually.
Push the Halloween button.
You should push it.
You should push the button.
This is Holding Action.
Yes!
Button! Fudging bolster. Yeah, what's up? We are picking up where we left off, and last time on Holding Action, the party got into an absolute wild fricassee of epic proportions where the Fairhearts, the mythical, fabled boogeymen of the Curan'Sol's unknown dark corners that had been stalking Echo from the very get-go of the campaign, seemingly were nipping at her heels on some sort of psychological level and graduated to a figurative nipping and a literal stabbing and or slashing at some point in her hunt for the retrieval of her missing father figure, if you will, General Andres. The party having connected some of the dots that ties General Andres' disappearance to potential involvement with the Fairhearts, as well as some hags that they had previously encountered, ultimately led Echo to believe that there was still yet hope for her to rescue her guardian during her youth. through a very unusual turn of events, Marith's missing companion and once thought dead ally in the Glass Daggers returned with help and assistance to allow them navigated passage towards the Fairheart's base of operations, if you will. And through the use of a transport via plants spell, the once wizard, now druid Kavini, or otherwise known as Atlas, brought the party to the outside of a dark and hidden cave in the Maglaces mountain range. Upon arrival, the cave immediately spewed forth a host of small gremlin-like creatures that set themselves upon the party in a massive, thralling swarm, which they made relatively short work of with only minimal damage taken. However, in enlisting Atlas's help to venture further into the cave, it seems as if they had to lend their skills and resources to aid Atlas. Seeking only the simple notion of Torgozi citizenship, the party found themselves going through a bit of a personal debate as they had to try and figure out how to acquiesce to his request of a arranged business marriage for the sake of Atlas being able to set up shop in Torgos. After what could only be described as a narrative flip of the coin, L ended up marrying Atlas outside the mouth of this deadly cave before the party ultimately ventured forward. In the interior of the cave, the party found themselves swept by dark whispers, creeping critters, and after some navigation inward, the individuals that they'd sought out, the Fairhearts. But not before an additional wrinkle was thrown into the mix, wherein at the end of the hallway before the room where the Fairhearts were eating dinner, Echo saw a large rack securing her husband, Colt, seemingly having been kidnapped, otherwise brutalized, or assaulted in some capacity, almost as a very overt and displayed threat. The party yet worked their way inside. The Fairhearts twisted and disgusted their meshed forms of sewn parts and spare accoutrement, ultimately feasting on rotted food that is strewn across the table. Lucius Fairheart, Echo's dogged pursuer, leaned in to cast a dominate person spell, only to find the auto crit from chat resisting the effects. Seemingly put off by Echo's act of defiance, Lucius Fairheart immediately went into a frenzied tizzy of frustration and anger. Party redacted. Roll initiative.
You son of a bitch.
You didn't even say the thing.
Let's
No,
do it.
I did not. And there's a reason for that. Because we're going to be getting after it to start right away.
I would say that is not a good initiative roll.
Okay, so I pre-rolled for all of the, because I got a fair few peeps here that I have to take.
Fair, you turd.
Did you cheat when you did that?
I did not cheat. I rolled. Someone got a 4. So if I'm just saying. All right. So Echo, what do you got?
6.
Nice.
Okay. I wouldn't have anticipated someone being that close to my 4, but let's go. Okay. L.
21.
Nice.
Sure. Okay. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Obviously. And Merritt.
19.
19. Sure. Y'all just out here with the initiative rolls, I guess.
Trying.
And then just for me to keep track of, is anyone not at max hit points right now? Echo, what are you at?
Oh. 40.
40. And then how many hit points does Tidbit have there, L?
42. And I have 39.
42 and 39. What a monster. Okay. And Meredith, are you full up?
Yeah.
All right. That's.
Do you want to know
what is
the
that, 42?
For Meredith?
Yeah.
No. I'm at 65 with plot armor.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Might be. The tank, except for L's kind of the tank. Very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird dynamic we got going on here. Okay.
We're just making a go of it.
So, L, you will start us off.
Yes.
Before I do that,
Okay.
that conversation that we had about my character, do I get that?
Which conversation are we talking about?
You said 2.
The 2 hits?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. We'll change
Because
those.
that's gonna mean a lot. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because you went Bella Machina, but yes, you can do that.
Thank you. And who is closest to me?
You have Lucius that is currently directly next to Echo. Short of that, everybody else still seems to be getting up from their seats at the table.
All right, and I'm back there.
He's what, like 40 feet away from the door?
Yeah, thereabouts.
All right, and is that circly thing? Where is Colt?
Right here.
Okay, maybe my thing's just not showing it.
He's like 20 feet from you.
Oh, okay. He's just right in front of me.
Yep.
How is he tied to the thingy? Is it ropes or metal?
Appears to be shackled in with metal restraints.
Cut his
I'm
hands
gonna
off,
go
let's go.
for Lucius.
Okay. And
So
what is your
I'm
movement?
my movement wearing my TB, it's 30.
You can't quite get there.
Then I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on myself as my
Okay.
action.
Expeditious Retreat as your action. Do you have a bonus action you would like to take?
I do not believe I can do... Yeah, can I use Expeditious Retreat right away? Then I will use
I mean, you can
Expeditious
use it as an
Retreat to
action.
get closer to him.
I mean, yeah, sure, that works.
It gives me the bonus action of dash, so I will finish my movement to Lucius. Get all up in his business.
Sure. I mean, I
Because
believe...
I have my axe out. I have my axe out already because we had it. I had it out when we entered to be all
That is
threatened.
Am I incorrect, though? I believe that's a bonus action to begin with. I mean, it's on you to keep track of your stuff, but...
Right, it's an action to cast and then a bonus action on your turn to use the dash axe action. That's what Expeditious Retreat does.
No, it's a bonus action to cast.
Well, then my thing was saying something wrong.
You can cast a bonus action as your action, right?
No, you can't, actually. But you can use your
Then my
action to
bonus-
actually do an attack, so...
So my bonus action was casting Expeditious Retreat.
You use your movement
That
to get
doesn't mean-
within range.
So I am
but,
within range?
Yeah, because you'd still have to consume one or the other, I suppose. So you're still kind of flipping the opportunity there.
Okay,
so
if
you
I
get
have to
within
use my
range
bonus
without
action-
the ability to attack.
whatever happens, as long as I'm next to him, that is where I will stay.
You
if I
are
can't get
next to him, yes.
then I will hit the chains. So if I'm next to him, I'm going to sit there.
Just a bonus action to cast, and you did a action dash technically, but that's fine.
Deal.
Marith, you are up. What would you like to do?
Does any of the people that we see standing around the table, does any of them have weapons that they're holding at all?
You do see one of the remaining masked individuals that doesn't seem to be assembled via these patches of parts, wearing something comparable or similar to what Lucius is wearing, that appears to hold a similar cane to what Lucius is wielding, but none of them seem to be holding overt weapons, if you will.
Okay. Cool. Fuck it. We're just gonna go balls out right away.
Okay.
Lucius's balls.
Lucius balls.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to stay where I'm at for the casting of this action, but I am going to kind of open my mouth a little bit and bring my sensor up, and black necrotic kind of smoke pours out of my mouth and kind of fills the sensor, and I will cast Blight on Lucius. And the smoke will disperse out of the sensor and crawl across the ground to him.
Okay.
He's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. That's a natural 20 or 22.
Cool beans. Okay, so that saves.
Starting them off.
Yeah.
Starting them off.
Okay, I'm gonna roll these dices.
Tight. Also, while you're doing that, Miss
Yes.
Minikins with 5 community gift subs, absolutely out here crushing it. Hey, Febe with a thou? What are you trying to buy? Freedom and safety? Forget about it. Thank
or
you.
maybe
Dad.
hype train?
That is appreciated. We are hopefully going to be able to get there so we can get some advantage rolling. And Miss Minikins with another 200 bits. Push that forward. Let's get some advantage going. And then KJ also throwing the plot armor to Echo. So Echo's going to have a little extra protection. Thank you for that.
Okay.
What's the damage?
The damage is 39, and so if he saves, it's halved. So
Yeah.
it's what, 19?
Oof. All right, yeah.
And if he has resistance to necrotic, he doesn't for Marith's spells.
Friggin' gross. Okay.
And fuck it, we'll bring out the spiritual weapon as well.
Okay.
And
cool.
I want to use the spiritual weapon to take a hack at one of the metal shackles holding up Colt.
Next to Colt, you said?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
whatever's kind of chaining Colt up. I want my spiritual weapon is going to look like the axe that Elle uses out of Tidbit.
Okay. Let me get that added on real quick here. Boom. We'll have that represent your spiritual weapon for the time being. Okay.
Do you want me to roll an attack against the shackles?
Oh yeah, you get one right away, so.
18.
That'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me though. Putting out a lot of work very quickly here.
7.
7. So you see this massive swish of radiant sparks fly off near the point of contact where this sword crashes into the steel wrist connection where Colt is currently being secured. Doesn't seem to cut immediately through it, but as you do, Colt is already trying to fight and free himself from the rack, though his strength is a little bit sapped. He seems to be somewhat worse for wear, given the process that he's endured, and has not yet made freedom for himself.
Makes sense. I'll use my movement to get up to Colt and just be somewhat of prepared for the next time. That's my turn.
Okay. Copy that. As you begin retreating, Echo, you see this figure begin to emerge just from the periphery of your vision, and you hear these subtle whispers begin to creep in through your ear. Make for me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Gladly. Are you pretty good? Like, really pretty good. Dice training works, y'all. All right, it is 22.
22. So, as you feel these whispers creep through your mind, your muscles begin to tense and harshen, your form almost shaking and vibrating as you feel yourself binding up. Lucius almost coming in close to you for a brief moment as you see him drawing out the sword from within his cane. And in this almost explosive snap, you see this arcane tether that was slowly creeping around your form stripped and crashed to the ground before dissipating away in a small plume of blue smoke, seemingly unaffected by the spell. But oh my god! Okay,
your breath
so
is bad, good sir.
After you see Decant coming from your left, insolent child immediately lets loose this arc of black light that sends this almost electric crackle directly between you and Lucius, and seeing it coming just in time, having shaken loose the restrictive bonds of the previous attempt, you see it whiz by and crash into the wall, unable to strike true. It's totally fine. Totally fine. That brings us to Colt, who is unable to free himself, unfortunately. However, now we can party. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yep.
You sure?
These disgusting flesh golems have placed their food onto the table. The shambling collected mass all shifting in unison, looking to get in on the immediate action of this fight. I would also point out, it's probably about that time. For anyone who is a patron, we just, like literally, I think 3 minutes ago, released this map via Patreon without any of the tokens on it in full 4K resolution. So if you haven't already signed up for the Patreons, all patrons, you can literally get this map and use it for yourselves right now. But if you're going to use it, I suggest not using these nasty flesh golems that immediately are going to attack Echo. That is a 19.
That'll hit.
Woof. And you immediately take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as this double-fisted hammer drops down directly on top of your shoulder, almost dislocating it from the socket before you're able to sort of correct your form, looking to dodge the incoming attacks you didn't see coming at first. That is brutes. And the rest of them use movement. They aren't close enough. However, Atlas works his way into the fight.
Honey bunny.
Go! Atlas Siofra!
Actually, he's going to go the other way. And he's going to keep a little bit of distance from L, but he's going to come up behind L. Yeah, Atlas Siofra. And you're going to see him whip open his cloak. Excuse me, that is my wife? And you see this ball of vines, this bramble begin to grow between his hands, almost as if the seed formed in the middle is floating in space and beginning to fill the area between with these thorny vines before you see him light it all on fire. And immediately, almost like serving a volleyball, kick it up into the air, arcing it downwards towards Lucian's position. Unfortunately, you see Lucius immediately batted away with the cane sword, just missing, sending this small firebolt arcing off to the wall behind him. I'm rolling absolute trash, except for damage, but I'm rolling absolute trash tonight. And he's gonna hold right there now, actually.
I'm proud of you, honey bunny.
Echo. It brings us to you.
It does. Okay.
What's Renisser doing in this whole thing?
Renisser it's not his turn yet.
He got the 4.
Yes.
Renisser tied.
With Marcus?
No. Marcus is still down the hallway, but he hasn't fully entered the space yet.
This necklace doesn't stretch like my other one to do my... Anyway. So... well, I'm just gonna... Where's Andy to Lucius?
Andy, the trail from your spell seems to be directing you down towards the exterior of the room, the bottom left area, not currently guiding you towards anything directly in front of you.
Okay. How many people are in the room?
Probably the better part of a dozen at least. There's a lot of static going on here.
Would Lucian be distracted at all by the owl who just came up on him and then the hit that he almost got hit by?
I mean, distracted as one would be from those things. What are you looking to do?
I would like to use my 4th level spell slot because haven't used any of those yet. We just leveled up. I would like to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Oh shit.
Okay, sure. Why not?
And I'm going to follow Kavini's path.
Oh yeah.
So you're following whose path?
She gone.
Kavini's path.
Oh, the gotcha. Okay.
And then I will also, as I'm going, grab my necklace and just to Colt, I'm realizing, and I'll be like, I'm going to find Andy. I'll be back for you.
Okay.
Chill out.
Okay. So Echo is dipping. That brings us to Renisser, who immediately sprints up, flying around the corner. And you see this sword and dagger tandem strike almost coming through like this pair of serpent's fangs looking to sting in quick succession. A 4 and an 8. I can't roll anything right now. Actually, I did roll a 20 on the save, and I rolled to hit Echo. So I just can't roll to help y'all tonight, I think is what it is. That's probably what it is. So yeah, you see Renisser come in, and despite the zeal, the training, the technique clearly present unable to find purchase with either of his strikes as you see the blades cut through just the unbuttoned edge of Lucius's jacket, the fine overcoat gaining a few more tears. But that brings us to Lucius. And as he is, basically just face up with El and Renisser at this point, you see him bring the sword directly straight up and down, almost this honor guard position. Very well. The sword begins to glow this sickly green, this burst of magic shooting up into the air, a small green globe that you see pop like a bubble. And these arcane wisps of gross, acidic, necrotic energy begin to drape across his form, leaving this lingering sheen. Very good. Now, your turn. And immediately twists his hand over, turning the blade inward, almost the extension of the casting of the spell itself, before bleeding out this black streak of necrotic energy towards you, El. I would like for you to please make a Constitution saving throw, if you would.
$17.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That is
Good enough.
pretty good.
Is it
that
good
is
enough to live?
Pretty good. I mean, it's probably good enough to live. For sure, probably good enough to live.
That's good.
Did I save?
You did not. No.
Oh,
Woof.
good gravy.
We're level 8.
Good grief.
Shit.
And you'll take 28 points of necrotic damage as
Directly to me.
this sick burst of arcane energy works its way underneath the bindings on Tidbit's armor, cutting in and through your physical form, tearing away at your actual essence. So that is going to be Lucius's turn. El, you're back up.
That man is very dangerous.
I mean, yeah.
So I'm. Oh, no, that was a save. That's too bad. I was thinking AC score, and I'm near Atlas, which means my AC score is +2 right now. I'm gonna hit him twice with my axe.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's gonna be a 19.
19 will hit.
All right, and then I'm in a new space, y'all. So my stuff's all over the place. Ooh,
Been there.
15 slashing damage.
15
And my-
slashing damage.
Yeah, and my weapon is considered magical for getting through resistances, just in case that is important.
Okay. It is.
And then the next one is 22. Because I'm going to take my axe
22
and be like,
definitely also
that
hits.
hurt a lot. Go. I'm going to try to do it really cool. Because I have like a husband now. And I have to like.
You trying to maintain some ladylike murder, I guess.
Not ladylike, but like, yeah, got this. Like my mom,
Oh,
you know?
You showing
My
out.
mom's, like,
Okay.
this badass.
You showing
Yeah.
out. I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
like he's only seen me for like 20 minutes. So,
Yeah,
like,
you guys met like an hour ago.
yeah. And that'll be another 14 slashing.
14 slashing.
Yeah, another 14
Woof.
slashing.
Y'all have got to settle down with this Lucius attacking right now. Okay.
I
To
mean,
be
like,
fair, I needed to even that out because necrotic goes straight to L, so she's at 11 health points.
Yeah. I mean, but Tidbit is still like tip top.
42, man.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's
Go
the meaning of
TV.
life.
All right, Meredith, you're up.
Cool. Dope style. I am. Let me get the map. Shit, man. Fuck it. Is there any FGs that are within 5 feet of each other?
There are 2, yes.
Okay. Is there anybody within 5 feet of Lucius?
One of the Flesh Golems and both Renisser and El.
Okay. Then I will. Let's see. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on Lucius and
Okay.
the Flesh Golem that is within 5 feet of him. And
Okay.
that I'll just kind of swing the sensor around a couple times and clench it and let it slam into the shield. And then the echo will be heard in those 2 creatures' face brains. It's a wisdom saving throw for both of them.
Wisdom for Lucius, you said, right? Or
Both
the
of them.
2 golems?
No, Lucius and whichever FG is within 5 feet of him.
Lucius with another natural 20,
Okay.
and the Flesh Golem with a 4.
Okay.
I'll presume that the
See.
4 does not save.
It does not save. So the Flesh Golem takes 4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then I will use my spiritual weapon to hit that Flesh Golem that just took the damage.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a melee spell attack then as well for me.
15?
15 hits.
Yeah!
They're loose meat sandwiches walking around in Ziploc bags, so like they're easy to hit.
Oh no.
But not the ideal, perhaps.
7.
7 points.
7 force damage.
All right. So it seems as though your spiritual weapon immediately chops in, and rather than the appearance of cutting through bone or armor as you'd expect to see or have seen previously, it cuts in deep. You actually see it rend through the target, though the creature itself seems to almost hardly notice. Not taking note, though clearly significant damage being dealt. These creatures perhaps not reacting to fear, pain, or violence as any creature you've seen before. Other than that, the attack seems to be perfectly effective.
Okay. Do I get undead vibes from any of those creatures?
Are you using a feature or activated ability to sense that?
No.
I mean, they look like Frankenstein's monster. There's reason to suspect they might be living now, but like they're compiled.
Okay.
They're an aggregate
things?
file of a person.
Okay. Cool. That is
They are-
my.
They are no longer dead.
Right.
They're unalived.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
So I will just. I want to move my position to, I guess, be more, not a shield for Colt, but if anybody is coming to do damage to Colt, they'll step to me because I'll be
Okay.
there.
So we'll just put you on the other side of the rack then?
Yeah.
Clear?
And that's it.
All
That's
right.
my turn.
That brings us to Decant. Is going to look across the expanse of these fleshy bodies. Lucius! Be careful! They are stronger than we thought. the words themselves carrying this wafting desperation. Whoa! Whoa! Providing a bit of a nurturing benefit to Lucius, who himself does not maintain quite the same undead appearance. That's going to be a healing word. And then Echo is invisible. I'm gonna say, Elle, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. Elle?
For some reason, I heard Echo, and I'm like,
You did,
Wisdom saving
when she was
throw.
invisible.
yeah.
That sounds not great.
16.
16's great.
I mean, it didn't say before.
Yeah.
So,
16's still great. At level
as
8.
the
Yay.
hydraulics of Tidbit begin to kick and whir up, preparing you to aggress for your next action, you find your physical form still seeped in this necrotic damage taken previously, but now also feel that form begin to lock up, holding you directly in place. You are currently held. That brings us to Colt. Ooh, that is not going to get it done. And that brings us to the Flesh Golems.
Oh, Druid without healing ass?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see all of these Flesh Golems rip past the current encounter. Renisser and Elle's frozen form left close proximity to Lucius as these golems almost tear across the dining area like a wall of linebackers rushing forward. Yeah, they're all gonna throw the massive pummels. That's a miss, though. That's also a natural 20, though. And that is a 15, which will also hit.
Were they hitting?
They're swinging on Atlas.
Oof. Did you give him a +2 to his AC?
Because he gets it. We done got married.
Ooh, that is right. So one of them also does not hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Appreciate the honeymoon. One of them does
yeah,
hit,
that's
though.
my honey bunny.
Well, that one was a 20, right?
Yeah, natural 20. And it is a rather devastating blow as one Flesh Golem seems to whiff entirely. The second Golem going for a large double-handed strike, but in Atlas's concern for his new bride and namesake, reaches forward trying to provide some form of temporary protection to his betrothed. Just enough so to get out of the way of the attack. But the second one leaves him extremely vulnerable and open to damage, and you see this double-fisted attack slide across Atlas's form, practically folding him in half as you see a massive spurt of blood come out of his mouth. Kavini or Atlas, it doesn't matter. It's still a pretty squishy.
Is he alive?
He's alive. He just took 19 points of bludgeoning damage in one attack from a Flesh Golem, but you know, whatevs.
Can't he ape up? I'm just saying.
He cannot ape up.
Peregrine Falcon and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Echo, that brings us to you. Are you content to carry on and push towards
Well, I mean-
the Kavini trail where Andreas might be?
the Kavini path was cast outside the cave, and we were within 1,000 feet then, so I can't be too far at this point.
I mean, you probably only traveled several hundred. It could be a number of rooms beyond, so it's up to you. You let me know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to. I'm hoping he's nearby because I don't want him being like, you know, the butcher is still in the back of the place and knows that shit's going down.
It's got to be your bull.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and wave you off the battle map, and we'll play yours just slightly differently when we get to you in the rotation. Also, we have plot armor coming in for Atlas from Mitch D. What is up? All right.
Nice.
Absolutely crushing it. And KJ actually hit up L with plot armor as well here. So now that I'm kind of slowly getting caught up on the moving parts, people coming to the rescue. Fluid with 300 bits, looking to make a little something happen for the party that's starting in not the best shape. 100 bits from KJ. Wait, no, did I skip? I didn't skip. I didn't skip. 250 bits, sorry. Hey Febe looking to game the system. 300 bits. Miss Minikins with 100 bits. And then, Miss Minikins, I'm going to refund yours because Marith started with plot armor. So Marith has plot armor, but now everybody in the party except for Renisser has plot armor. But he hasn't even been murderalized yet, so it's probably fine. He's probably fine. All right, at the end of Echo's turn, Renisser gets a chance.
So is my whole turn movement, I take it?
What's that?
My whole turn was my movement, yeah?
Correct, yes. Unless you have a bonus action, or are you
Not
like
here.
you're action dashing, looking to get there as quick as possible, presumably? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Renisser is going to sweep away from that flesh golem and face Lucius directly across from you, L. And is going to try and loose a strike from behind. That flesh golem is going to take a swing at him first and misses because Renisser is a shifty boy.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, boy. So in Renisser's zeal to zip around back, you actually see him lose footing for just the briefest of moments. Unfortunately, enough time for both of his attacks to fall just outside of an effective range as the slide of dust and dirt under his heel throws the direction of his blades off. Rolling a 2 and a 6. I just can't roll for Renisser now, I think is officially what it is. However, joining the fray and fracas, you see Marcus now finally enter into the area as well. This is about to be rough. This is going a totally different way. And that brings us to Lucius again.
And he like just dropped unconscious for no reason, right?
Right. Exactly. That's what all the big bads do. Naturally. L, as you see him just narrowly dodging Renisser's swirling strikes from around his backside, you see him pull the cane sword down, staring at you in your frozen form, the axe still clutched in your grip. And he places the sword directly in front of you and begins to almost slide it forward like this pool cue mechanism. That is going to be 13 points of piercing damage.
He doesn't have to make an attack.
You're currently paralyzed. You are held in place.
That's too bad because right now my AC is 20.
I mean, that's tight and all.
So you're giving me 13 damage.
Correct. Piercing.
Can I give any of this to Tidbit? Because I'm held in
it's
place.
piercing damage, sure.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure because I'm held, I can't give it to Tidbit. I'm unconscious.
Yeah, the spells target the both of you, but that doesn't interfere with your redistribution ability. So
That is fantastic. Then Tidbit's taking all that.
So you see the metal and all of the plating attached to your tattoos, the entirety of your body vibrating, trying to resist the effects of this spell. Already this necrotic sickness tearing through you. And as the sword begins to slide forward, there's this almost terrifying and decayed grin that begins to appear as he pushes the sword forward. And you feel the metal around your chest plate snap shut right before the sword makes purchase on your chest, pushing through, still piercing the outer portion of your armor, but not diving in deep to the vulnerable flesh below. Sorry, you said you were taking 6 and giving Tidbit 7?
I'm redistributing all of it to Tidbit.
Oh, okay. All 13
Because-
to Tidbit.
I mean,
Yeah.
Elle took quite the punch earlier, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, because somebody was kind and gave me plot armor, I'm up to 19 health points, but
Okay.
still only 19 when he had 42, so he gets
So
to
the
help me
sword
out.
immediately stops on the metallic plate as it folds across this inverted dent where the sword's tip almost punched through the armor. You then see him hold the cane sword sideways, almost displaying the blade to you. The back of his hand, pale, long, distended fingernails that come to disgusting points. Veins of black and green running throughout the metacarpals that you can see. All of it begins to glow, this soft, sickly green, this fungus-like aura emerging from the hand that he wipes across the blade. You then see this shimmer of crackling black energy now clinging to the remainder of the blade as his hand is removed. But that is going to be his turn, and that brings us back to you, Elle, with no turn for you to take. At the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, but you do actually get to take one when you take that damage. Oh, but Tidbit took that damage. You didn't take any damage.
Can I take one? Because I didn't know that was a thing. I forgot.
Fine. Sure. Subtract
Thank you,
one
DM.
from your damage and give Tidbit 1 hit point back.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
It is a wisdom saving throw, correct.
21?
So, as the tip of the blade just barely penetrates the protective armor of Tidbit, the small jolt seeking to dive somewhere deep into the center of your chest spurs the fight or flight mechanism within, and you find your muscles snapping back into place, wresting your mind free from the control of this restraining magic. I will say now it is your turn then. Don't say I never gave you nothing, okay? Don't say I never gave
I
you.
won't. I appreciate you, DM. That was very kind.
They're
Oh,
you.
I'm going to point at Lucius though and be like, well, no, not point. I might point with my blade and be like, I just don't like
I'm gonna
you, and I'm
Point
gonna
with my blade.
hit him again.
Okay.
Some little bit of terror, knowing how bad I feel and how much just one touch of that ickiness just got down into my soul.
Sure. Okay, so go ahead and roll your attacks.
That hits. It's a natural 16, 23.
Yep, that definitely will hit.
And then 13 slashing for my first strike.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing at him again. And that is a 21.
Okay.
with 14 slashing damage.
Hell yeah! Bang, bang.
Gun stuff.
All right.
I
Brutes.
just want him to die.
Checks out.
Is he concentrating on any spells?
No, he is not. Not at the moment. No, he's not at the moment. And Marith, I believe it is.
Wait, is he still?
Oh, sorry. Did you want to?
He's still okay.
Who?
I just don't want to stand next to him with his glowing green.
You can
green
move
stuff.
if you like.
Let me take a look here.
If you would like to turn and flee, you are welcome to do that.
I would like to.
Does Expeditious Retreat give you anything there?
It lets
Bonus
me
action
bonus
dash.
action dash,
Oh.
but it doesn't give me disengage, which is an action, which is hard for me playing a rogue all last season where I could just boop, 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 and now I can't do that. I have to think first.
So having used your action to attack, what would you like to do
Yes. I am going to try to slip in between the big monster guys and stand between Atlas and them.
now? There is no real way to stand between Atlas and them.
I just want to... Okay, so they're just right up on him.
Yeah.
Then I will just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Marith, what would you like to do?
Okay, time to do some dumb shit. It's not dumb. I've never done this shit. So I'm
Are you
going
gonna do the thing?
No, not even. Well, yeah, it's a thing. So I'm gonna move 15 feet to. Well, I'm gonna move past the. I want to get to Lucius, but I want only one of the Flesh Golems to take a whack at me.
Okay. You can get within range without any of them being in whacking range.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Then I
At
want to
least
do
not
that.
for not for the purposes of like an attack of opportunity, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. I thought I was gonna take one. So I want to get to Lucius without, in a way that I won't get an attack of opportunity,
Yeah.
and I'm going to have the spiritual weapon swing into kind of superimpose itself into my hand, though I can't grab it. And I want to make a strike with L's axe spiritual weapon against Lucius.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your melee spell attack.
Gross. 14.
14 will miss.
Okay. Then I am going to make an attack with my short sword. So I want to. The axe comes down, and then I want the short sword to come up.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack him. Let's go. 17.
17 hits.
Yeah, bitch. Let's go. Okay. So this is where the dumb shit starts. So it's 1d6 rolling. Bam. 2. And now I'm going to use my channeled divinity touch of death. So when I hit a creature with a melee attack, I deal extra necrotic damage to the target, so the damage equals 21. So it's 21 necrotic points.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my divine strike to deal 1d8 necrotic damage, which is 6. So 6 necrotic. So overall 27 necrotic and 2 piercing. Nope, not 2.
Probably something like 4.
Well, so I rolled 2 on the dice. What do I add anything to the damage?
Your strength.
Oh, it's a dex weapon, so it's 4.
Oh, you have the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 piercing and
4 piercing.
27 necrotic.
Understood. Okay. And that 97 different things is your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
That. How did that make?
How
Did the
did
necrotic
what?
look like it hurt him?
He can't be as resistant to necrotic damage from Marith in certain conditions, basically. So it does seem like he is utilizing a magic very similar to the magic that Marith utilizes, but finds it more impactful from Marith than he might from somebody else.
Get wrecked, my boy.
That's our Mary.
Yep.
So at that, you're going to see a streak of light come racing from across the left. Current right now, Marith, does a 18 hit you? I'm not even sure.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go. So that is going to be 8 points of, I want to say force damage? Probably. Uh, 8 points. Yep, 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
And
maintain my concentration on if I'm concentrating on anything. I don't even remember.
Technically, this is tacked on, so. And 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And as this bright light skips across the room, smashing into Marith's form, you see this shimmering greenish glitter sticking to his frame, draping down portions of his armor, providing this luminant puddle of corrosive shine across a portion of his form, providing a little bit of illumination in the surrounding area from Marith as well.
Does it look tight, though?
Looks super tight. Just the tightest.
That's it.
Okay. And
Am I
Yeah.
back?
whatever you push, don't.
I
Okay.
got necrotic so hard, everything went black for a little
Ooh.
bit.
Okay. All right. So, picking back up from there, Decant is going to actually whisper more words of concern and caution towards Lucius. But instead of the same notion as before, the words themselves not carrying the healing and restorative properties, you see the whispers begin to reach out, these illusory hands of this concentrated form, a secondary specter almost emerging forward, stretching from Decant's form, racing across, almost tackling this collision, this quick, impactful force, charging into Lucius, but wrapping around him, dissipating away, as it seems to provide him with a much more substantial form of nourishment than just these words. Right. I mean, we're in here. We're in here. But that is going to be the entirety of his turn. Colt, still desperately trying to get free, is literally not even coming close. Colt is just whack right now.
Hey.
I didn't roll it. Colt did. Okay, like I'm.
No, actually, you did roll it.
You don't know. You didn't see. So,
Trying to figure
that
out
brings
how-
us to the golems,
Man.
and Marith is posing quite the threat right now. They're gonna unleash. It's an 18, a
That's-
23,
Misses.
and a 19.
Shit.
Ooh, the 23. You got the window AC, huh?
Yep.
All right. Well, first one, Doosh, thundering punches raining down, 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Oof. 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And, oh my god, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled 8, 9, 10 on the 3 separate attacks for the damage.
Hey, Deej, could you not? Thanks.
This not on me. This not on me. The dice tell a story, right? That's what people say.
I would say it is on you right now.
Bugging eesh. You know what I mean? But Meredith is still standing, correct?
He stands. He's wobbly. My man's just wobbly. He probably went down to a knee a couple times and is slow to rise.
Meredith,
Okay.
capoeira! That'll help you, like...
Oof, 12, 13, 14. That was brutal. But that is the entirety of the Flesh Golem's turn. Echo, as you reach the edge of the room and begin following the path that leads outside, you find yourself... It would be inaccurate to call it a hallway, but it does seem like this
Good.
straight shot where the walls themselves seem to slope and angle away. And rather than being presented with something in the vein of surrounding walls, the walls themselves disappear away from this rocky texture and almost seem to have this fleshy appearance to them. Attached to the wall, running the scope and span of a great distance, over 100 feet at least, these massive kidney-shaped sacks of fleshy material hang from the interior organic structure that you found yourself in.
No. Cool.
The magic from the Find the Path spell arcing off of the main thoroughfare through this section and seeming to climb the wall about halfway down.
I mean, I'm gonna put my comma, but like, you know, I'll gross.
Okay. So as you continue your sprint and find yourself approximately halfway down the thoroughfare of this repository, this secondary holding, we could say, for whatever is taking place, you see the Find the Path stream of magic climbing the wall as the fleshy material underneath writhes and undulates under it. But that is going to be the end of your turn. That is as far as you'll be able to reach.
Okay, I have a quick
Renaissar.
question.
Sure, yes.
Hold on.
Okay, so the room we went in before we got to the room where we talked to the not actual the hologram guy before we got
Yeah.
to Colt in the dining room. So Meredith heard a heartbeat in there, correct?
Correct.
Am I still hearing that?
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's present.
Is it stronger or lower? Less? Weaker? There
Doesn't
it
seem
is.
to have
There's
changed.
the engine.
Doesn't seem to have changed.
Okay.
Deej, did Atlas go before Echo?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll get to Atlas in a sec. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Good catch.
All right. So
My
instead
honey
of Renaissar, Atlas. Ooh. Except for Atlas does not like being in this situation.
It's okay to run, my baby. I told you to grab Colton. Okay.
Okay. So you hear Atlas almost hesitant, this brief, albeit very contemplative sigh. Almost a reluctance to submit to his own better judgment. All right. Don't hold it against me. And you see these vines shoot out from Atlas's palms, grabbing on to these invisible pitons somewhere in the air above. And rather than retracting inward or grabbing something and continuing on, you hear Atlas groan, almost scream, as he is pulled apart, and you see his form stretch and grow as the vines pull and stretch him. Now looking down at his feet, observing these tight wrappings of vine work around his ankles, holding him in place as his form is elongated and pushed outward, his form quickly growing in size. And now looking more face to face with these flesh golems, you see the small club walking stick that he still maintains and carries with him. Flips it over and begins winding up the Louisville Slugger style walking cane bat as the tip of this wooden rod now begins to glow slightly. But that is going to be his turn. Renacer is going to go, Renacer, you're embarrassing me. That's 5. Natural 1. Renacer has yet to land a single attack. I don't.
If Marith lives, he will never let Renacer live this down.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Maybe Renacer needs to throw some salt over his shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know
put some salt in his eyes and fall down.
This is
Dumbass.
This is brutal. So after recoiling from the first 2 attempts, there is a steadfast and concerted measure, a keen and devilish look in Renacer's eyes as you see him bear down, focus, glaring at Lucius. And as he leaps forward, looking to strike down with both blades, it seems as if dragging one across the ground on accident, swinging too wide with the other, sees him land directly in front of Lucius, just proning in between where his 2 attacks would land. Embarrassing. Renacer, you're an embarrassment. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking to.
By the way,
Renacer is absolutely embarrassing me right now.
And Jacky just gave him some more salt. He's got salt.
Just tons of salt. Okay. But that brings us to Marcus, with Echo still exploring. Oh no, he hasn't moved.
Makes it sound like I'm just like, have fun.
Is Marcus going before Lucius?
Yes.
Okay.
He's actually going to charge after Decant, a more one-on-one style approach. Also having just seen Decant healing up Lucius, it seems as if he is trying to prioritize the disruption of battle flow. But that is going to be, that's going to be the end of his turn, unfortunately. Which does bring us back to Lucius. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Including invisible me in another
Nope.
area
Sorry.
of the. Okay.
You're exempt. L.
$23.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Marith.
12.
Okay. Marcus rolled. Oh, Marcus didn't have to roll, actually. Never mind. Flesh Golems,
And you-
unsurprisingly, did not roll super great. Renacer also, seemingly unsurprisingly, did not roll great either. Because Renacer, I've decided, is just a potato.
Hacked fun.
He's got some
was that
good-ass
including
hair.
Was that
Uh-huh.
including your plot armor?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oof. Okay,
Mhm.
if y'all get that hype train going, now might be the time because some advantage would surely help out. Marith. Let me see where Renaissar is at. Renaissar's still okay. Flesh Golems, they're fine. Okay. So, Marith, you're going to take 23 points of radiant damage. And L, you're going to take 12 points of radiant damage. All of the golems take it. Renaissar also takes 23 points of radiant damage, and Marcus is just outside of range.
Marith takes a knee before slumping onto the ground. The censer kind of tipping over and the black necrotic smoke kind of spilling out and dissipating completely.
All right.
Let's go!
L, are you still standing? How
I
did
am
you
6.
Did you distribute any of that?
I cannot distribute radiant damage. Radiant damage comes straight to me.
Okay.
So I have 6 points left.
Nice.
L, it is your turn.
Then how hurt does Lucius look?
I mean, he's definitely taken some hard blows, but he's also been getting healed up as part of this process. So, he's clearly battle-worn, but he's not immediately in danger of collapsing in the way that Marith has.
I'm going to... Is Marith within 5 feet of me? Like I can reach out and touch him?
Yep.
Okay, good. Then I'm going to reach out and touch him and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Like, see him fall and almost like... na-na-na-na-na-na.
Bless up.
Naturally.
My tattoos blow up and kind of like charge the palm of my hand and just like push on into him. And that's... And I'll cast it at 2nd level. And you get 16 health back.
Oh, shit. Thank you.
Okay.
Mhm. And then I see that his eyes flutter a little bit, look at Lucius and just go... You suck so much. He
Is
gonna
that your
kill
turn?
you. Yeah.
Okay. Marith, waking up prone, your eyes now taking in the cavernous ceiling of this unusual residence, you feel more refreshed, slightly involved with your surroundings compared to moments ago. Newly awakened, what would you like to do on your turn?
Does dropping to 0 hit points make me lose my spiritual weapon?
I'm pretty sure any active spells drop to 0 if you are the one who cast them. Even if it's
Okay.
not concentration, because there's nobody to control the spell in essence.
Right. Okay. Dopest of beans. Cool. Oh, fuck it then. I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing at 3rd level, and I'll roll this shit. And then I am going to use my bonus action to cast Sanctuary on L.
Okay. So let everybody know who is affected by the Prayer of Healing, what that amounts to when you are finished rolling that. I'm going to go ahead and work forward from there.
Yeah.
However, as you find yourself enriched by Marith's... Oh, no. Well, yeah. There's no way that you would have known, so... What is your spell save, Marith?
14.
Okay, so... Saves on the ability to target, so you see Decant able to focus in on L, targeting her with a similar form of restricted magic that you had previously experienced. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
And everybody except for Echo gets 16.
That's helpful.
Oh, yeah.
That includes Renaissar and Atlas?
Yeah, it's 6 of us. So me, L, Atlas, Renaissar, and Colt.
Okay. Colt looking a little happier. Yes. 21. So not only is Decant's magic perhaps not quite as strong or resolved as Lucius, it seems as if you've developed a bit of a keener mind when it comes to resisting the effects of such magics and do not find yourself immediately restrained.
That's so good.
Real quick, I want to make sure that we are moving back a step and stepping forward by being caught up here. KJ with 100 bits, Ms. Minikins with 100 bits, Hey Faye, still trying to game the system. I see you out so close, so close to a hype train there. L coming in out of left field, but I literally think like 42 seconds after that hype train window expired, so that's so close. But we are glad that you were able to join us with 5 gift subs. Super awesome possum. An anonymous gifter to have this too, so I can only assume that is Cage crushing it with the digital trolling. But thank you, anonymous gifter. Ms. Minikins with another 100 bits, and Hey Baby with 2 community gifts as well on the verge of that hype train. That is Decant's turn, and seeing Marcus, Decant is going to create some space, moving away but staying within range of and Aoife and L with 100 bits and Aoife with a community gift sub, absolutely kicking us off. So y'all are gonna have advantage while the hype train is active here, and that brings us to Colt, slightly healed up, not strong enough to free himself from metal. Ooh, but he got advantage. Why not, right? Still not strong enough. Colt's not a tough boy, so like whatever. Get it where you can get it. Then that brings us to the Flesh Golems. At this point, very distracted by a now large and in charge Atlas. Okay. It could be a lot worse. 8, 2, 12, 18. So you see both of these, or all of the Flesh Golems turn around and in this concert of violence begin swinging at Atlas's form. One of them not able to adjust quickly to Atlas's shifting size quite readily. The other 2 able to land clean strikes, almost more in a boxing toe-to-toe styled approach. Atlas is still up thanks to Marith's restorative magic, but despite his now much larger size, is otherwise struggling. And that brings us to...
Do you give him his +2 to his AC?
Yes. Two of them didn't crit, but they rolled more than high enough.
Woof.
But Marith with the... No, Atlas.
Who's sip?
Taking these shots because he's wound up with the walking stick. You see him look up and immediately goes for this cleaving strike in front of all 3 of the golems in front of him and nat 20s it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Splooched on him.
That is... Okay, what's up? So the very first one that you opened the gamut attack with when you first entered the room, as this club rakes across the jaw lines of all of these flesh golems, you hear this splurching crack, with the last one landing clean and flush at the end of Atlas's cleave, sending the lower jaw of the last flesh golem flying as its physical form comes undone, the physical essence of it slopping to the ground nearby. What is up? So Atlas getting it in with the baseball bat.
I definitely saw that happen, so I whoop for him before turning back to my fight.
Okay.
Get it
That
back.
brings us to Echo. You are now looking up this rather steep incline, these slight sloping walls away from you, the magic path, the arcane guide carving up the wall itself. What would you like to try and do?
You're muted.
I sure am. Can I attempt to climb up the wall?
If you would like to make an athletics check, because we are in a height
Yeah.
crane, you may do so at advantage.
Is it like an American Ninja Warrior kind of thing? Where it's
Oh
like,
yeah,
like
it's
a
it's
half wall?
probably it's not quite that steep, but it is probably comparable in nature.
tight.
It's a 16.
So the issue you're finding is that the viscousy surface material
Yeah.
of this organic wall doesn't really allow you to make quick pace. So while climbing up this semi-navigatable area would be possible based on stepping on some of the connected edges and pieces, you otherwise have trouble and are moving a little bit slower, but do manage to traverse some of it without slipping. I'm going to say that you can use your action to move as well, but I'll need you to make another athletics check for me, please.
Nope, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna. I'm an angel baby up.
Okay. The
Right.
wings emerge, and Echo's Asimar form unfolds. That brings us to Renisser. Oh my, Renisser, please. My G.
Oh my
I
God.
need you not to embed. Okay, that's a 3, but you got advantage, right? Because that's a natural 1.
Bruh.
He's got 2 attacks. He's got 2 attacks, though, okay? Got 2. Oh, that's cocked. That is a 17. Okay, Renisser, I believe, has found purchase on an attack. That is a 21. That for sure hits. Let's go, Renisser. You piece of
Finally,
trash.
something.
Ooh, yeah, and with a rather significant strike, actually, almost indignant and frustrated as this quick strike of the dagger basically lands in Lucius's front pocket. You see Lucius just turn to look at Renisser almost for the first time, now just noticing that he's there. What are you doing? And this massive upward strike from the sword you see cut across the collarbone and clavicle of Lucius as Renisser pulls his dagger away. I told you I still got it, man. I told you. Oh, man.
Just
Okay.
have to stretch first.
Yeah. I just had to limber up. Just had to limber up.
Yeah, when he says that and stares at Meredith's got his eyes are pitch black and he's got necrotic smoke like billowing out of his mouth.
Oh boy.
Yum.
Okay. So
Just yum.
Lucius is going to take 2 steps back and provide a little bit of additional range. So Marith and L, both of you will be able to make an attack of opportunity if you would like. Oh, Renisser. Oh,
What did you do
Renisser!
now?
I've never
I-
rolled so many natural ones.
I
There's
would
a natural
like
1
to.
and a natural 2.
18.
18 will hit.
Okay.
Mine's a
And
25.
25 will also hit. Go ahead and roll
Lumbered
damage
up
and let me know what that
immediately.
amounts to.
Or
Uh,
something.
I will get us caught up in, for the time being, L with 400 bits. Absolute wild man. Go follow L. L is going to be making a triumphant return to literally being in everybody, but in a good way. Very, very soon. Go follow L Street Gaming. Warrior MN, DnDeej representing it up, throwing it down with 500 bits. Hey Fabe with another 500. Cage with the community gift sub. Not even to like Hot Fun Zone Nasty Wall Mass Streamer Dash TV or whatever. I'm surprised you couldn't find anybody for something gross. Miss Mindykins with 5 gift subs to the community. L Street with 200 bits. And another 5 to the community from an anonymous gifter. Okay, anonymous. Okay, don't hack. And L Street with another 200 bits. L, what is your damage?
Yeah, Anonymous, let us know what we did. Why are
Yeah.
you hacking us?
L.
Oh, sorry. You were saying L before, so then for some reason I was like name twin. I'm here, I swear.
Yep. What's your damage?
It is
Math.
12. I had the number,
Okay.
and then I
Nice.
got nervous.
And
Marith.
Marith.
3. Just a little,
Ooh.
just a little jab poke.
This is a quick poke. Yeah, beep.
Yeah.
Just a
It's like
freebie
in
poke.
Gridlocked when they're trying to like stab each other with those little baby knives and they're barely breaking the
Yeah.
skin.
Ooh, like probably how Prick would have been.
Yeah.
So,
He won't prick it.
as Lucius creates some space, he holsters the cane sword away for a brief moment. You see his hands begin to stretch out, this necrotic electricity crackling between his hands. Almost similar to Atlas's form, you see him ignite it, creating this emulsified dark fire that begins spurting and twisting in his palms before shooting it in your direction. A cone of black flame jetting out from his form. I'll need L, Marith, and I will make for Renisser a dexterity saving throw.
I think someone else should make for Renisser.
Whose turn is this? Is this Lucius?
Yes,
Did you have Marcus do something?
I did not.
Okay.
I'll do. He can't really do much here. He's gonna go there
I mean,
for right now.
we also just have no idea what he can do.
Yeah.
Cool. What-
Renisser
what
did
save?
actually save, so.
What save?
Dexterity. Dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. Okay.
Not bad.
Wait, we have an advantage, right? Because of the
Hype train is active.
HT.
You do have advantage, yeah.
yeah, boy, let's do it. It's worse. Fuck. Bet. Fucking 9.
Okay. So,
24.
Marith. You're going to take 15 points of fire damage. Renisser is going to take half of that. And L, you will take 8 as well. Alright.
Jacky, the 16 hit points that I did you give that to yourself? Okay.
Okay. but that is going to be Lucius's turn right now. Elle, you are up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna follow Lucius and whack him. Like,
You're just
I'm
going to
gonna
chase
take-
after?
yeah, like where you go? We're having a conversation here.
Okay,
I'm just
okay,
gonna
okay.
swing at him again.
So, as you... the Flesh Golem you leave behind is going to reach out and take a swing and finds clean purchase with a natural 20.
Oh, shit. I thought they were all done.
I thought he was dead.
One
I
of
thought
them...
Atlas murdered them
One
all.
of them is, yes, the one that was first attacked on the intro. That's going to be... $22 points of bludgeoning damage on a natural 20?
22?
You son of a
Yes.
bitch.
It's fine. I'm splitting it with my homie Tidbit. So we're at 10 and 12. You know. Doesn't change my action. I'm gonna chomp a man.
Yeah, roll your attacks.
Does her having Sanctuary do anything to that?
Oh, she has not made an attack yet. That is correct.
I am so appreciative of you, Mary.
So I'm not
on so
going to
many
undo
levels.
since we've already resolved damage, but I will roll the wisdom save. And if the wisdom saves fail, we'll negate it all, or we'll apply it as is. That's a 12. I don't think that saves, correct?
No, it doesn't.
Is it equal?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can undo your 22 points of bludgeoning damage. Except... No, he can't do that on an opportunity attack. He can't find a new target, so, yeah. He just loses the attack.
Neener.
I just doubled my head. Meredith.
Okay,
Love
so
man.
roll your attacks, L.
Get his ass.
Ooh, this hits with a 26
Oh, shit. Yeah.
and 10 slashing.
10 points of slashing.
Yep.
Okay.
And another thing, as I continue my conversation, and that's going to be a 23
23 also hits.
Bang!
with
Good stuff.
15 slashing.
15 slashing.
Damage.
Okay. So, at this point in time, you could definitely tell and observe that there was some damage that Lucius was observing. However, at this point, basically face tanking all of this damage, immediately set upon by the collected party, he's looking a little worse for wear.
Good. Don't like how you talk to my girl. Kidnapping her husband?
And my dad.
Yeah.
Okay. L, is that the end of your turn?
I want to say something snarky, but you see it in her face when she's trying, then she's like, I'm not as clever as Echo. And then
Just
the time passes.
Just a
I'm
gritty
just
bite.
learning how to be snarky. I haven't been
Yeah.
doing so my whole life.
I can't keep saying the same thing that she says.
Meredith, you are flanked by a
Been buffling.
reasonably resolved Renaissar, but immediately on the opposite side of you, a large Atlas on the other side of the two remaining Flesh Golems. What would you like to do?
Those FGs are right by me as well, right?
Right next to you, yep.
Are they both within 5 feet of each other?
They are.
Cool. Then what I would like to do is I want to bring the sensor up and hit one of them in the side of the head and let it bounce off and hit the other one in the side of their head and cast Toll the Dead Wisdom saving throws, please.
Well, they're not that wise, so that is
That's
a
my hope.
unnatural 1. And
Dope.
that is a unnatural 6.
Tight. Okay. So that is a so one of them takes 5 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and the other one takes 2. Suck on that, idiots.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. No movement for you?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna let L take care of a fish dick.
You are going to see Decant actually sprint forward, almost this urgent sense of desperation, this frustration, this hinted whisper of concern in his voice. Lucius! Get out of here! You! And L, a very familiar notion, as the words of concern rip across in front of your view, carrying the faintest wisps of restorative magic. You feel a similar sensation of restrictive magic attempt to grapple at your form. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
We're out of advantages, right?
Correct, yes.
It's 19.
19 is so fucking good. What is happening?
Yeah, but like,
19 does succeed, and
yes.
you find yourself unable to be restricted.
What the kids
Your
do.
fury and fire, perhaps too much to contest with such puny magics.
You just stay there, or else you're gonna catch these hands.
That was his last one. That was his last one of that too.
Need to change your name to
a
Do.
lot to put him in there.
Do cannot. Because you're dumb,
yeah, so
and do can't is not very good. And
it's gonna be Colt's turn, and you actually hear tink as one of Colt's arms rips free from the confines of the rack, struggling with the other one, still trying to free himself, not entirely loose from the confines, but certainly on his way.
We got people
300
saving,
feet
we got
away.
Renaissar hitting stuff.
Way to go, Lupicalos!
Okay, so damn, I'm like running out of dumb meaty monsters here.
Darn.
it's like just a package of butt eggs with bones in them.
I think for the time being, they're still going to focus Atlas based on his overall size and imposing form. And that is, yeah, that's both of those. 19 and a 20, respectively. Where's my other? Uh-oh.
They look like
Those went full, baby. That's 11, 2, 17. So... My goodness.
it's so much better with the glasses.
That is
Oh, yeah.
haunting.
Oh, yeah.
L,
Yeah.
you hear this rugged meat slamming noise and turn to see Atlas, his large form slumping and falling to the ground as these small vines creeping from his wrists and out from his ankles are scaled back, crawling into his clothing, his form shrinking down as he slips into unconsciousness. And it's immediately Atlas's turn. And that is a fail. Echo, you are now flying in the fleshy meat hallway. What would you like to do?
Well, I would like to continue to follow Kavini's path.
Okay.
Full
And
movement.
you begin ascending, moving yourself upward until you arrive at one of these kidney-shaped pods. This larval wrapping.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
And at the apex of these overlapping flesh alms, you see this small V-shaped window, almost like petals folded in of old salami, kind of wrapping something within. I'm getting Jones on this. And something seemingly concealed within. Jones, it's an Oscar Mayer hot dog. I had to take it somewhere new. You gotta leave him
Jesus
guessing. You gotta leave him guessing.
Ugh.
Okay, well, I am going to take my comma, and I am going to carefully slice it open.
Okay. Make a raw dexterity check for me, please.
Sure.
Just cuz. Make a baloney check.
That's a natural 20 on the Bologna.
But it's
So, with no hesitation or withdraw from the moment, grabbing the immediate inlet, the folded lip of one of these wrapped panes, sliding your comma down the side as you peel and rip it away,
And it's some random part.
now see a humanoid form, shoulder and side of neck revealed from within this tightly wound interior. There is a creature inside.
Can I see any distinguishing features of said creature? Is he naked? Is it?
The figure appears to be wearing rudimentary, dirty-esque type clothes, similar to what you might consider peasant garb. Tattered sleeve, barely visible, but still pressed tightly to the skin from some of the viscous
Starting
fluid
clothing
within.
in an RPG video game.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Level 1 NPC clothing.
Well, I'm going to see if it's alive and like roll it to see if it's, someone maybe I'm looking for.
Make a
Why I
medicine
ditched the
check.
fight.
You're not gonna pull the figure out of the meat lip?
Skitty has rolled for vomit so many times tonight. I don't even know. Okay, so medicine, that's a 17.
Okay. Almost in this hesitant moment, the culmination of a long pathway
Culmination.
forward,
Thank you.
the magic of your Find the Path spell now begins whirring aggressively around this pod before you see the magic slip within, illuminating the interior. But your immediate and cursory investigation reveals no direct movement, no signs of breath or life. And as you start hacking away, peeling more of the
That was
front
insane.
off,
They're in a umbilical cord.
you now recognize some of these slicked back black hair of General Andres. The form, once muscular and strong, seems weakened and frail. The order, tidiness, and resolve having given way to tattered clothing and marred by dirt. And across his mouth, a small metal band with a metal ball seemingly covering part of his opened mouth.
Cool.
That's gonna bring us to Renasur's turn. Renisur is not in range. Oh, he's not in range. Okay, Renasur's going after easier prey. Renasur's done trying to
Got this, man.
trying to take out the big bad boy. Okay, that's a 17 and a 19. So Renisur finally getting it in a little bit here. That one's cocked.
Hell yeah, better late than never.
Woo! Okay. Brutal. Okay. You see Renisur begin to sprint, chasing after Lucius. When you see him catch Decant, there's this brief moment of hesitation that you've seen in moments before, a window of opportunity presenting. And like this hard punch down, a power step from a receiver cutting a route, almost immediately shifting direction. Both the dagger and the short sword driving into the interior torso with a devastating pair of strikes on Decant that almost lift him off the ground slightly as you see this massive trauma caused to the central torso. Decant, having remained largely outside of the battle thus far, seemingly a very purposeful decision and seemingly much in his best interest, as Renisur finally doing what Renisur does has caused significant damage to the otherwise distant caster. And Marcus, directly next to Decant as well, is going to... Natural 20 from Marcus, though.
Pow!
That's my baby.
And 13? No, second one will not hit. That's fine. And not quite as significant as Renisur's previous strike, but looking perhaps to take advantage of the moment, doesn't follow through completely as much as he could with the first strike, which lands in a extremely deadly and vulnerable position, pulls the blade away perhaps too quick, leaning in with the second lunge after having already thrown Decant off balance, unable to find purchase with the second strike. But Decant went from being almost untouched to obviously being in a little bit of trouble with two close range martial fighters directly next to him now. That brings us to Colt. No, sorry, Decant. No. Yes. No. Where
Lucius.
are we? Lucius, thank you.
Person, please. Things you find on a bus.
Rope stairs.
Yeah, probably.
Heels?
Probably rope there.
Things the doc says.
Round of woof.
Silver.
Okay. L. Be a pal for me, would you? Actually, I'm gonna give him a quick check here. Yeah. So, you see Lucius stare at you for a brief moment, provided some space, you being the only one directly in front of him now. A little bit of an isolated moment as he recently watched Atlas's form fall, Decant seemingly in trouble beyond, and Marith only just recently having slowly kind of risen to his feet. Pulls out the cane sword quickly. Looks as if he's about to present another powerful strike, but you see this therm of that crackling energy. And he reaches out with just a very small tap, directed towards not dealing damage to you, but the plating around your arm. Tidbit's connection. And you all see Tidbit's protective elements, the plating falling off and stripping open as the magic keeping Tidbit active for the moment is stripped away and dispelled.
Shit.
But I
What a
still have my
turd.
axe, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You still maintain your axe.
Axe body spray. You still smell like pipes.
Yeah, this axe will make a body spray just a little bit for touching mom. Boy,
Nice.
Oh
that's
my
pretty
gosh.
good. Yeah.
And now with your revealed form, the armor sloughing off of you as you maintain grip and control of your axe, looking to fight and carry on this pile of plating directly around you. You see his hand ignite as he begins taking steps towards you. However, your now unarmored form is also more nimble. And despite not having the protections that such armor would provide you, you are able to slip out of the way of this thrusting magical attack as you ready your next strike, pushing his melee spell attack out of the way. Trash. L, you are up.
How dare you? Oh, my son, sort of my best friend. My husband's unconscious back there.
My son.
My husband and my son are both unconscious.
Natural 20.
Oh, put it in the chat. Yes.
All right.
That's gonna be 21 slashing on that natural 20.
Oof. Okay.
And that swing is a 21.
Also hits.
Pow.
With a 15 slashing.
Okay. Lucius is having some trouble. Clearly, these two strikes landing true have provided some significant trauma. Lucius's innards very close or in danger of becoming outers in the very near future. Elle, do you have a bonus action you'd like to take? Do you have a bonus action you can take?
I don't have one I can take. But I want to tell him... he has a cravat on, right?
Yes.
You know, you tied that wrong. Looks like trash.
Marith, you
Never seen one before in
two
my life.
are also limping forward, still in the fight. Flesh Golems near you. What would you like to do?
I want first thing. Marith reaches up to see if he doesn't have anything tied around his neck to be talked shit about.
Okay.
And then I want to scrooch around one of the FG that I'm right in line with. I want to scrooch around him to get to Atlas, not staying within his territory so he doesn't take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So you're
and then I'm
looking
going
to get over kind of near where Atlas's form is, essentially, right?
Yeah, I need to get to Atlas. So
Okay.
if I just scrooch around.
Let's do doing a little dance with them.
There's no immediate path because you can't go through, and they're stacked like almost too wide. So you're gonna take an attack from one of them. You can stay within the range of the other, but there's no way for you to get around both without taking a shot from one.
That's okay. Then just scrooge me around, and I'll take a shot from either of them. I'll take one from the one that looks like he wouldn't hit all as hard as the other one.
Okay, well that one rolled a 15 on their wisdom save.
Okay,
which,
good.
if I am not mistaken, does hit, correct? Or does beat your DC.
Yes.
Okay, and then rolls an attack trying to club, which is a 17?
With your power armor?
My AC
Plot
is
armor?
17.
Okay,
with
so it
plot
matches. I've rolled absolute fire with these FG damage dice tonight. So that is going to be a total of 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. It knocks me down, and I crawl the rest of the couple feet to Atlas. And I touch his leg, and I cast Spare the Dying on Atlas. What a turd.
Everybody is on the edge of the edge on this one here. Except for Colt, who has thus far just been stuck to a wall for most of the fight.
I mean, like, I'm okay.
And that's
Also fair.
all I will. Yeah, I can't. Can I do anything as a not rogue with my bonus action? Like, not help or.
I mean, if you have a spell.
Yeah, not a spell. But in like
there are
obviously
no
I can't.
Traditional actions you could take as a bonus action unless you have a feature for it.
Okay, cool. Then I want to just kind of plop onto Atlas.
Okay.
Now,
And that is the end of
I am
Mare's turn.
alive. Just so that way it's known. Meredith's alive. He just took a wallop.
So Decant is surrounded by two randomly talented martial fighters. Difficult to know when they will or will not be talented, but
when they do,
sees Lucius also in trouble. Is going to use his final use of Healing Word as terrible.
The beanie counter strikes.
You
Counterspell.
hear this cry out, this desperate plea. Lucius, run! Run! Immediately turning to face these almost bloodthirsty Marcus and Rennis are harrowing directly in front of Decant's face. This ball of black crackling energy emerging in his hand yet again. Decant stands up, straightens a little bit of his vest, looks beyond Renissert and Marcus and throws a ball of crackling energy towards El. That is going to be a 16. Ooh, what is your dex modifier?
My dex is a +2,
Okay.
and
10,
that will
12.
hit me because I would be a
14.
15 right now
Yeah.
without tidbit.
So, similar to when Marith had this luminant green glow that emerged, almost providing this highlighted sense of where Marith's vulnerabilities might lie, you see this similar illumination begin to creep across L's form as this smash of necrotic energy seems to disperse around you rapidly. You are going to take 10 points of force damage, I want to say. I think it's force. I'll double check.
I mean, I don't think it really matters
doesn't actually
us.
matter because you're not wearing Tidbit, so you can't redirect anyway. So yeah, you'll take 10 points of radiant damage. Okay. And attacks. The next attack against you will also have advantage. Colt is going to try and free himself yet again. And you finally hear the dink. This break on the opposite side as a portion of the rack has finally given way. Colt's form splashing to the ground as the heavy chains still attached have simply pulled themselves out of the rack itself. Colt now able to bend down, trying to fidget, instead of brute forcing forward, looking to pick the locks in some capacity, rather than try to rip them open manually. So Colt is working towards freedom. Ooh, the Flesh Golems. Almost as if a certain portion of training kicks in. As this luminant green and black energy rips across L's form. This Flesh Golem turns around and immediately assails. Ooh, not good on the first one. 19 on the second one. And that clubbing strike will deal 10 points of bludgeoning damage. The two fists landing on the small of your back and on your shoulder, providing this downward thrusting force in addition to the physical trauma dealt with the strike itself. Is L still up?
Fuck.
Okay. And the other Flesh Golem, Atlas was stabilized, correct?
Yeah, he's at 0, but he's not doing death saves.
Okay. So Marith is the only other living creature nearby.
Wisdom save. I still have my sanctuary up.
Natural 20.
Why?
Do your worst.
Why?
That is a 14?
Does not hit.
So as you're crawling across Atlas's body, this foot raises up, boom, going to smash down, and you see it land directly next to your face. The Flesh Golem unable to deal that direct strike downward, the smell of rot and decay leaving your peripheries as the Golem withdraws its pressed foot. That brings us to Atlas, who is stable but unconscious. Echo, you are now looking over a unconscious and seemingly restrained General Andres.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I want to see if there's any portion of him that's connected to the uterus, I guess. Like, I don't know what to...
The uteral kidney bean. The
Yeah,
Oscar Mayer hot dog box. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please.
Gladly. That's not so great. It's not
Y'all
so
are
bad.
coming down to it here. Like,
It's not so great.
I mean, I built the encounter against one more person than has largely been in it, so.
I mean, I didn't. You know what? Investigation is going to be an 11. An 11.
Okay. You don't see any obvious connection points or surrogate plug-in avenues for Andreas to this organic device.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue peeling him like a meat banana.
Okay.
And like
Fucking Christ. Nasty.
try and get him out of his uterus. I'm trying.
Okay. It's
His
buterus.
restraints.
A beanie uterus. Okay. So I'm gonna say make a sleight of hand check to kind of cut and peel away at the rest of this front face, this fleshy exterior, this wet band-aid wrap.
I thought we were gonna need content warnings tonight for like the fair hearts. And stuff,
KJ's
but it's
already-
for description. No, but it's for
Yeah.
description.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what we
KJ's
need
on it.
content warnings.
But on that note, actually, we want to quick get caught up on the tail end of that hype train that we jumped off on before. Okay, someone is going absolutely hammer on the anonymous tip with a 5-bomber, L with 400 more bits. Spike Trap Claire, welcome to the Action Junkies via this anonymous gifter, lurking in the shadows like a darkwing duck. L with another 400 bits to conclude that hype train, and then KJ doing what KJ does. And this is why KJ's on the warnings, because gifting a sub to Meat Slam. And this is where we get into the monster truck voice. And also Meat Lip. And we're going to say, what's up, Dan? Because DnDeej plays in the house hosting with the 3 viewers. Thank you so much for that. Good sir, coming at you all the way from Radioland. And then Meat Nan, also now a member of the Action Junkies vis-a-vis Cage's amazing, weird Twitch tag hunting prowess. And now, coming at you live for another 1,000 bits, it's DnDeej Plays. I hope you enjoy this one. Kick your heels back and relax. To the sounds of, thank you so much, DnDeej. 1,000 bits. Absolute monster. What was the sleight of hand check, Echo?
17.
17. So you are able to wrest the general's form from the fleshy confines that you find him in. He does not appear to respond or provide any semblance of life in response to you retrieving him, though.
All right, I'm gonna clear and healing hands him.
Okay. So as you apply this magic, you see it begin to drift into his form, this absorption of your restorative magical essence. You see the eyes behind the lids begin to flutter. You see signs of life, though the chest does not immediately rise. Until you see his eyes snap open. This deep and piercing brown, barely able to look at you half open, and from the opposite side, just barely visible across the bridge of his nose, this slight glow. This red emission of light from the opposite side. Both of his eyes open, but seemingly not both of them his own.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna say that is your turn for this, though.
Yeah.
After Echo, Renaissar, and Marcus, watching the guiding bolt cascade through them, Renaissar is going to... He's gonna try. And one attack is going to land clean. And after the swiping dagger just barely misses Decant's form, you see him just tuck the dagger directly into his waistband, grab Decant by the back of the neck, just try to thrust the sword in through brute force, actually piercing the exterior of the robe, driving it in with this carnal aggression. still
Oh, yeah.
seemingly enough to deal significant damage. And this spurt of blood is coughed up. The mask over top no longer concealing this emission of the line between life and death now present in Decant's wavering form. And Marcus is going to wind up, nervous, hesitant, and you see Renisert holding the sword in place. Go ahead. Just lets out this Braveheart scream, swinging the blade in a full
Marcus!
arc.
Swing away.
And as this charge of arcane energy, the last dying axe of Decant begin to spin up in his palms, the black crackling energy emerging yet again. You see both of his arms fall immediately as Marcus lets this strike loose right across the back of his neck. Decant falling off with Renisert pushing him from the sword as he falls to the ground lifeless.
Hell yeah. Got him. But
Oh yeah, it gets worse.
it's Lucius's turn now.
Mhm.
You butt. Drink your own farts,
Real
Jelly
lol.
Man.
Okay. Well, he's only got one bomb left here, I think, and it's probably now's the time. I need. Who do we have in range here? We have. We'll get rid of Decant. I mean, we have more than enough damage in place here, I feel like.
Is this gonna be the episode of the Community when Troy comes back with pizza to their apartment and everything's on fire?
Yeah. Alright, I need,
I mean, when I come back to this. Okay, wait,
Yeah,
what?
right. Yeah. Hey guys, look who I found. What the fuck?
yeah, this is, centered on him.
This right here
Tight.
Is-
So,
a character
1, 2,
backstory.
I need...
I went to the save someone, come back, everyone.
Yeah, I literally need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
I will not.
I mean, it's up to you to fail or succeed, I guess. I can't, I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
I'm not in the room. Do I really actually have to?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, you do not. My apologies. Yes. Oh, boy.
I mean, what is our target, right? It's gotta be like 20 something.
18.
Yeah, I didn't do it, so
18 is the save.
yeah,
I got
got
a
it.
natural 20.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Boom! I only got 14.
I'm
Fuck.
just hoping I don't even get a single point of damage. Because that won't even
Okay.
matter.
Marith, what did you roll?
14.
Renisser and Marcus both fail. It's the only remaining bomb that he had here.
That's okay. It's what, Stinking Cloud, because his old form is bequeathing the last of his gases to us.
Bequeathing unto you.
Uh-huh.
So, Marith, you will take 32 points
Fucking Christ. Okay.
of necrotic
What-
damage.
Didn't you have like
Oof.
one?
I had 3.
Elle, you'll take 16 points
Down.
of
Did have
necrotic
one.
damage. It puts Elle down, Marith down. Atlas takes another auto fail. That
Did those
puts-
stack, or does he take his first one again?
He takes his first. They don't reset until you long rest.
But isn't it
Uh,
stabilized?
Yeah, but well,
You still take
He's got
damage.
2.
You're unconscious. Yeah, he's got 2. With the damage that they have already sustained, despite their toughness, one of the 2 flesh golems seems to come undone. This one, I believe. And the singular remaining flesh golem seemingly now decimated from the attack, also unable to resist the magical effects. Marcus, this coating of necrotic ichor clinging to his form, almost drunk from pain and the stinging barbs of this noxious arcane energy trying to penetrate his system, turns to see Renisser fall, turns to see Marith and El both drift towards the ground, just with one half-open eye looking over at Atlas, and a nearly unconscious Marcus, a nearly unconscious
no.
Cole, and a disappeared Echo, the only 2 potential saving graces.
It is a grip before it's any of their turns. Shit.
I mean that was all he had left here, but yeah, very bad shape. So L, I need for you to make a death saving throw, please.
Yeah, put it in the freaking chat.
A natural
Natural
20?
20.
Stop.
Okay, that's 2 successes. Marith, please make for me a death saving throw.
Okay. Go. Oh, it's above 10.
Yes.
Okay, that is a success. Colt. None of you see anything.
Did Colt go down with us? I can't imagine Colt had over 32 hit points.
He did.
Oh. You're welcome, Colt.
He'd also been healed though, so like he's no slouch. Wasn't at full health, but you also healed him up.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That's a
He's gonna get us
success
out of
from
this.
Atlas.
Nice.
Echo. You
Scooping
are.
up. Yeah. Scooping up. Sort of Andy. Little like he who must not be named at the end at King. Yeah. Scooping that up. I'm going to full everything back to the group.
Okay. If you're trying
Fly.
to
I'll fly.
return Andres safely to the ground, or are you carrying him with you, or what is your?
Oh no, no, he's coming with. I'm carrying him.
Okay, you're
It does
immediately gonna move half speed as a result,
I mean,
and you're
Wait.
not. Your flight doesn't give you the normal ability to actually carry a creature, so you're gonna have to make an athletics check as part of that as well.
okay, yeah.
Did you miss the Flesh Golem's turn?
No, didn't they die?
One of them did.
I thought you said the other one died too. It came.
Yeah. I mean, nobody else knows what's happening, but I'll go ahead and roll this. And I will conceal the actions on the map. Okay. Echo is... Are you looking to carry Andres then, or are you looking to return?
I will safely put him on the ground now that I know he is not currently being butchered
Okay.
for the meal that we were about to be served.
Okay.
And full
It's
speed
such
fly
a
back.
tight first date for honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a great honeymoon.
Yeah.
We both die.
Oh, I was thinking you
But you
get married
died
and then you go out to
together.
dinner.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna say, what is your flying speed again? Remind me, Echo.
I think it's slightly faster than walking, but not much.
It's like 40, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I'll say that since you're not looking to essentially lift or carry, you can just safely navigate Andres to the ground using your conventional movement. And you can use your action to begin the process of dashing back to return if that's something you would like to do.
Nailed it.
Okay, so Echo trying to get back brings us to Renaissar. That is a fail. And Marcus picked up some of Renaissar's luck as a natural 1.
Oh no! Holy shit, the prince is down 2! Woof.
Oh no, he wasn't down, right? Yeah,
No,
Marcus is still
he
hanging
wasn't-
on.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I forgot.
Oh god.
Oh, fucking big woof. Yeah, him and Colt. And Tum
Yeah.
Tum. Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. Oh, 3 ninjas ass.
I'm keeping very close track of how it's unfolding in the other room, but it is looking grim for some of these people over here. Okay, then Lucius would go.
Yep.
Okay. L, please make a death saving throw.
It just has to be above 10, right?
Yeah.
It's above 10.
Yes!
Okay.
Because I rolled a 10. So, whatever it is.
Al is up,
So
correct?
Yes.
stable with 1 hit point.
Let's go!
That is up.
L, you come to, and as you look over, you see this Flesh Golem looking to tear into Colt, just trying to protect himself, dodging around, no weapon in hand, no immediate opportunity to fight back. You hear this slamming thud opposite you, and look back as you see Marcus, sword tipped into the ground, staring up at Lucius, before you see that similar smile emerge. And the sword is thrust into Marcus's chest as he's leaned over, and sort of clean from the blade as you see his form flop onto the ground behind. Marcus falling unconscious as well.
This is not great for Skidee.
No, she just lost her husband. She doesn't know that she just lost him, but she did. Now her son's dying.
Yeah, the good one. The good son.
Elle, what would you like to do?
Do I get an actual turn?
Oh no, that's your death save is your turn.
I don't get a bonus action or anything?
Conscious? No, it's you make the death save at what would be the end of your turn, I believe. We've never
Man,
had it
you-
this frigid close before.
There's a whole
Uh,
shitload of people to go
Merith,
before you get to go
I
again.
need you to make a
Let's
death save.
Do it! It's a 5! Oh shit! Okay. Bitch! That's my turn, Deej. Ducant is dead.
And it's really not that many people because a lot of people are dead.
Yeah, it's Colt. Colt's turn.
Cole needs advantage. Save the husband, save the world. Like a cheerleader, right?
Yeah. Is that a call back to
Bonus
the movie
action.
Jawbreakers?
Disengage.
It is now. No, that's a callback to the 1978 major motion picture.
Colt is going to run over.
Run over with his car?
Yeah. What's he doing, Deej?
He freed himself from his shackles.
Oh yeah, shit yeah. He's probably gonna get the fuck out of there.
I was gonna make a comment.
So
I mean, so this is what
he's
Deej is
not going
struggling
to run
with right
towards Lucius. He's going to begin moving towards the door that
now.
Echo first started moving through.
Yeah.
That's the shit that Deej is struggling with. Is he knows what his character would do, but he also knows what you should do in D&D, and so he's struggling with that shit.
It's totally fine. Oh, but the Flesh Golem doesn't get an attack of opportunity, so but that is going to bring him over to... Oh, no, he can chase Colt down, actually. Yeah, he can chase Colt down. That hits.
Who does it hit?
Only
Deej?
one that I've rolled on a damage dice thus far.
Yes.
Which unfortunately is still enough.
Yeah.
Who's it hitting?
Colt. So, and I got to roll for Atlas. So, L, as you are just slowly clambering to your feet, dragging your axe by the handle from the ground before lifting it up, preparing your strike, you see Colt duck under this sliding fist, quickly dodging out of the way. The golem immediately giving chase and landing a blow across the back of his head that sends him flying, almost in this skidding stop, his face sliding across the ground. Colt comes to a rest about 10 more feet away, the momentum carrying him forward from the massive slug that he received. The golem looking to turn back towards you. Marcus down directly in front of you. Renacer down directly to your left. And I'm going to say, for the purposes of narrative and timing, Echo, you would also come in to see Colt sliding across the floor, falling unconscious.
Cool. So that would be what the
Before-
first thing I see entering back in is my husband sliding to his death.
Correct. Now I have some death saves to roll for Atlas. After seeing Colt slide away, you watch a large breath fill Atlas's lungs. And this
Here.
deep sigh drift out as Atlas's chest rises no more. You're muted, so
You're muted.
you're also out of
Shoot!
turn. There's nothing you can do.
I can use my reaction for my holy amulet to take damage. Give him advantage. So I was wondering, can I do that before you resolve it, not knowing I was muted?
She was for a while, but I wasn't sure if she was talking to you, but she was talking. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, you do have to take damage.
I'm
enact-
unconscious. Yeah. I will go unconscious to make sure that he gets a chance to be alive. Don't you take my husband from me.
That's
So
11.
weird.
That is 2 failures, 2 successes. But Echo, as you come back in,
Yeah.
you see
UCL.
L's woozy form drifting back to the ground. the armor directly behind, not wrapped around her in its protective cocoon, and every other member of your party unconscious, with only you and Lucius standing in the dining area.
You made that sound way pretty light. It's the fire. Okay. How far away as I enter?
First of all, I'm rolling for Renisser.
Okay.
That's a success.
Nice.
I'm rolling for Marcus. And with Marcus's third failure.
Fuck!
Third failure.
He rolled a natural 1 to start.
Did he for reals?
No, the natural one, you realized he was not unconscious.
Yeah. He just went unconscious.
Oh, that's right.
Don't you kill my prince.
Don't you kill my son!
So Marcus, sorry, still alive, but with a fail.
I'll take that.
One.
I didn't remove
Fail.
the natural 1 failure because he was still alive.
2 sessions ago, Deej, you told me my husband was dead. My last husband. My current husband just died in front of me. What are you doing?
But that brings us to Lucius.
Who
Yeah,
does
he
see
just
me
got
come
a
in, I assume. Yeah?
fucking shark coochie board full of these people now he can just have.
He is going to 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can you put me back on so I know where I am? Like where I'm coming in?
So you're
Thank
gonna
you.
be right about there. We'll turn you back up to not invisible at this point, I'd say.
Oh, I had dropped it coming in. Yes. If nothing else.
Oh, you still got Fleshy Boy here. So
Hmm?
as you see Lucius tapping his cane as he moves forward, almost trying to restore this dignified posture, raising the tip of the cane to touch the hard ground over your unconscious and fallen companions, but still seeming to kick and sort of drag loose limbs in a very purposeful way over their unconscious forms. Points the tip of the cane at you. You could have made this much easier. Tucks the cane under his armpit, lights up the black flame in his hand. And as he winds back to throw it, you immediately go into this ready stance to dodge until you see it fall significantly short as the ball of black flame is hurled towards Colt's unconscious form. And the burst of flame crawls across Colt's back in this sharp explosion of black fire that seemingly lights up a significant portion of his form, clearly dealing significant damage while he's unable to defend himself or react.
Shit, that's 2 immediate death saves, right?
Fails, yep. That will bring us to L. Make a death saving throw.
Oh, fuck, man.
Success.
Okay. Marith, please make a death saving throw.
So here's the thing. It's a 1. Oh, fuck no.
Do we have anything from, didn't we get, what was our hype train?
And echo as Colt's form erupts in a black flame as the rest of the party lie down and dashed. You see the black necrotic energy bleeding out from Marith's form, providing this subtle embrace as Marith fights against the draw of death.
No, he doesn't.
Marith, what are your last words?
I love you all. You make me very proud.
And with a final utterance, the sword clangs to the ground from Marith's hand, and Marith expels his last breath. Which brings us to Colt. With 2 fails already.
Let's go, baby.
Form just fighting off the tangential edge of burning fire. You see his hands clinging and clawing at the ground, seemingly still fighting for life. That brings us to the Flesh Golem that begins charging at you, Echo.
Cut his ass up. He doesn't barely have any HP.
And Atlas. You see at this vast distance, this stretch of death and violence in front of you, Echo, one small sign of life emerge. Atlas's head rearing from the ground.
Nice.
Oh, what? Oh no. Looking around, barely clinging to consciousness, but alive. Just barely. It is now your turn, Echo.
I would like to get within 50 feet of Lucius.
Okay. You're probably going to be there now.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
well, then
within
just
50 feet already.
Let me see here. I want to get in front of Colt.
You still have wings, correct?
Yes, I do. Very much.
We'll just say that you fly over this flesh golem then.
Yeah,
But you can be near Colt, sure.
I wanted to get in front of him, if I could.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Okay. 10 feet behind Lucius.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Shatter at 4th level. And since I am still in my celestial form, regardless of whether he hits or saves, he takes 8 radiant damage.
Hell yeah.
So he needs to make a save.
That is a 4.
That is a
But
fail.
he's going to use his 1 instance of resiliency to re-roll. And that is a 13.
That still fails.
Okay.
All right, he is going to take 22 thunder damage, and that 8 celestial damage. On top of it.
Give him the clap.
Okay.
The thunderclap.
All right.
Echo.
Yeah.
What happens next?
I wish I could be excited about that. Well, I'm gonna have like flown in and like shot that directly at him. I guess I'll continue using my movement forward.
Okay.
And land in front of him. I don't even have words for you, and that's my thing. Just Curan'Sol's better with you dead.
And with your flying movement for the air behind Lucius vibrating, leaving him unaware and none the wiser, his arrogance meets your confidence and fury as you find yourself coming face to face, the growing force of the spell beginning to undulate the air directly behind him before this explosive burst of your spell taking effect, this light dancing off of your wings as all of the light around you dims for a brief moment, the spotlight of your celestial essence creating this singular moment where you see Lucius's form ripped and eviscerated away in a beautiful and convenient formality. Upon Lucius's form being shredded away, the Flesh Golem immediately disassembles practically in front of you. Confined magics keeping the creature animate, no longer being sustained, with Lucius no longer functioning as a conduit for such tether. And that is when you are forced to look at the damage, the chaos wrought around you. This royal of persistent death, with the exception of Atlas scrambling to his feet. And that's where we're going to leave it this week.
Right?
Brr.
Ha, fellows!
It's terrible.
Golly gee, what a great. Would you guys like to buy a newspaper? 5 cents, just a 1 nickel. Only 5 cents from your local corner store. Get your shoes shined.
Hang on 1 sec for me though, just for the sake of okay. We are going to go ahead and get up on out of here. What a night. I would say if you're looking for something happier, join us Wednesday, but woof, am I right?
That's some different kinds of shit.
Yeah.
That's a blast.
We are going to be back next week, 7 days from now, 7 p.m. Central Standard. Please.
Charity event.
Yeah, charity.
Stay
exciting
alive.
stuff. And we will do. I'll have to do some death save rolls still for some people. We gotta figure out a way to resolve a bunch of stuff. But we are gonna be here, so do see how that washes up. And we will be here, of course, on Wednesday for Stay Alive as well. Guaranteed to likely at least veer this route, if not lean into it heavily. it always feels bad, right? It always you wanna hype exciting session, but it never feels satisfying at the end if somebody goes down. Thank you all for being here. Thank you everyone for the incredible, wonderful support.
We love you.
And until I see you next time, party on.
Y'all party on.